Welcome to yoga. For today's restorative practice, you'll need a bolster. If you don't have a bolster, a couch cushion or a couple pillows will do. And you will also need a folded blanket or towel will also do. Please situate your mat in such a way that you can utilize a wall. So as you can see, I have my mat placed up against the wall because we'll do legs up the wall later. So let's get comfortable and let's begin with a meditation. So come to lay on the back. So placing your folded towel at the top of your mat or your folded blanket at the top of your mat, and get comfortable. Come to lay down on the back, stretching the arms up overhead, point the toes, bend the knees to the chest, bring the forehead up to the knees, round the spine. A couple more times, just like that. Inhale, stretching the arms overhead, point the toes. Exhale, bend the knees to the chest, forehead to the knees, round the spine. And inhale, stretching from the fingertips to the toes. Exhale, bend the knees to the chest, forehead up to the knees, round the spine. Now allow the arms to float out and rest with the palms facing up. The legs are relaxed with the toes splayed to the corners of the mat. Tuck the chin in slightly and close your eyes as we begin this guided meditation. We're going to do a moon breath. This is going to focus on opening the lunar energy channels. So, to begin, we're going to bring an awareness to our breath without trying to change anything, without any judgment. We're just going to notice the natural flow of our breath. Now, grabbing your right hand, we're going to use our right thumb and our peace fingers, and we're going to bring our peace fingers to our forehead in between the eyebrows, and just massage little circles into the third eye here in one direction, and then reverse the circling in the opposite direction. Excellent. And we're going to use our ring finger and our thumb here to control the breath entering and exiting our nostrils. So, using your right thumb, gently seal the right nostril here and breathe in and out only through the left nostril. And the breath should be gentle here. The left side of the body is associated with the female energy, with the moon, and so that's why we are tapping into that side of our energy, that side of our breath here. Take a deep breath in through the left nostril and exhale. Inhale left and exhale. Visualize the energy channel running up your spine from your left sit bone to your left nostril, and feel the flow of the energy between these 2 points as you inhale and exhale, letting go of anything that no longer serves you. If holding the nostril shut is challenging or difficult here for you, you can feel free to relax the arm and simply imagine the energy flowing in through the left nostril, into the left sit bone, and then back out. So just imagining that energetic movement of the energy, breathing in, bringing in fresh vitality, life, prana, energy, bringing in the new. And then as you exhale, letting go of that which no longer serves you. And just stay with this breath on the left side of the body, inhaling and exhaling. And now we're going to move into our first posture, which we should all already be in, but I'm going to demonstrate. So grabbing that folded blanket, placing it at the top of the mat, grab your bolster, place it about midway in the middle of the mat, and then swing the knees on top of the bolster, making sure that the heels are touching the mat. And with all restorative practices, I will keep track of the amount of time we're in a posture, and I will let you know when we're ready to transition to the next posture. So come to lay on the back in our first posture here. Lengthening the spine here, open the arms out, palms face up. Tuck the chin in slightly, close the eyes. When we have our knees tented or supported on a bolster like this, it really helps to flatten the lower back so that the lower back isn't arched in any way and that it is fully supported by the earth beneath us. So if ever you're in meditation or in a shavasana, this is an excellent tool that you can use. You can put a bolster or a pillow under the knees to help bend the knees and keep them supported. And just tap into that 3-part breath here that we talk about. So breathing into the belly, feel the diaphragm and chest expand. And exhale through the nose. Inhale, feel the belly rise. Exhale, feel the belly contract towards the spine. And just keep going at your own pace. Connect with your breath, connect with the practice. Arrive to this moment in time, feeling the gratitude for yourself, for your community, and just taking the time to show up for yourself today. And just stay here with the breath. Excellent. You're in the perfect posture to move into our next pose. So keeping the left leg where it is, with the heel grounded into the earth, bend your right knee so that the foot comes to rest on top of the bolster. And then allow the right knee to fall away and bring the right foot, cross it on top of the left knee. Coming into this reclining pigeon, if you will. And if this is too much of a splaying or too much tension in the hip here, then maybe try, instead of having the foot on top of the left thigh, maybe try putting the foot up against the left leg and see if that resolves any tension for you there. We always want to be comfortable in these poses, meeting the moment between comfort, but also reaching for that extra stretch or lengthening within a posture. And of course, the arms come out to the sides, palms face up, close the eyes, relax, staying connected to that 3-part breath. Feeling this gentle hip opener here. Breathing in light and vitality and love into the right hip. And letting go of any stuck energy, any stuck feelings. Back. Place the right foot on top of the bolster so that the right knee is skyward. Maybe even hug that right knee into the chest or into the shoulder, flexing through that right foot. And then stretch that foot out, point and flex the foot. Circle the toes in one direction. And then in the opposite direction, and then relax the right leg so that the right knee is resting against the bolster and the right heel is resting on the mat. Excellent. Bring the left sole of the foot on top of the mat and allow the left knee to fall so that the left knee is relaxed and supported by the bolster. And again, we can bring that left foot on top of the right thigh, just above the knee, or if you want to just rest the left foot up against the right leg, that's fine too. Whatever works here. The arms come out to the sides with the palms facing up. Tuck the chin in slightly. Close the eyes. Breathing in light and love and vitality into the left hip. Letting go of any stuck emotions, stuck feelings, just anything that no longer serves you. Letting it go. Keeping that connection to our 3-part breath. Focusing on our moon energy as we inhale, imagining the prana traveling up the left side of the body, and exhale. Inhale, imagine the prana, the life force, the energy entering through the sole of the left foot as it travels up the left side of the body to the crown of the head. Pause and exhale. Let it go of anything that was stuck as it travels down the left side of the body and out the left sole of the foot. Connecting to our inner goddess, our inner femininity. Tapping into that energy and that channel. Inhale and exhale. In restorative yoga, we may hold the posture, but we never want to hold the breath. So always keep breathing. Coming back, lift the left knee skyward, bringing the left foot on top of the bolster. Hug the left knee to the chest, interlacing the fingers on the left shin, flex the toes. Hug that left knee in. And stretch that left leg out, point and flex the foot. Circle the toes in one direction, and then in the opposite direction, and release the left leg to the bolster. Excellent. Bring both feet on top of the bolster. Pressing into the bolster, lift the tailbone skyward, and slowly release. One more time. Press and lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, press the feet into the bolster, lifting the tailbone skyward and hold. And just observe the belly as it rises and falls with the breath. and release the spine slowly to the mat. Come to lay on the left or right side for just a moment in a fetal position. Take a deep breath here and an audible sigh. Excellent. And then press into the mat or into the earth and come to sit up. And if you want to, feel free to sit on your folded blanket for a moment. Let's do that. Okay. So we want to come and sit in a crisscross applesauce or Sukhasana easy pose. And let's take a moment and settle into this pose. Close the eyes. We want to make sure that our chin is tucked in slightly, the shoulders are over the hips, and we want to relax into that gentle S curve of the spine. Inhale, make a big circle with the arms. Palms touch overhead. Exhale, drawing the palms down the midline. Inhale, a couple more times just like that. Palms touch overhead. Exhale to the heart. Inhale, big circle with the arms. Palms touch overhead. Exhale, drawing the palms to the sternum to rest at the heart center. Excellent. Soft smile. And let's do an Om here today. So take a deep breath into the belly. Let's take a moment of gratitude here. Gratitude that we made time for ourselves, gratitude for each other, maybe gratitude for love within the universe. And inhale, make a big circle with the arms, reaching out for that love and gratitude. And exhale, bringing the hands in front of the body. One more time like that. Inhale, palms reach up overhead. Exhale, drawing that energy to bathe yourself in. Last time. Inhale, reach up, gathering the light, the love, maybe even sending light and love into the universe, and then bringing it down. Very good. Very good. Palms come to rest on the knees. Remember, we want the spine to be nice and tall. The crown of the head rises to the heavens. And let's bring the chin to the chest. And just take a couple breaths here into the back of the neck. Inhale, bring the right ear to the right shoulder. And let's take a couple breaths here into the left side of the neck. And let's bring the chin back down to the chest. Inhale, left ear to the left shoulder. A few breaths here into the right side of the neck this time. And then roll the chin back down to the chest. Inhale the head back to neutral. And let's do some Sufi circles. So in a Sufi circle, you want to imagine your pelvic bowl is like a circle or like a bowl, right? And you want to rotate the torso over that bowl. So the pelvic bowl is kind of like a ball, and the torso sits on top of that bowl. So, kind of like a ball joint, if you will. And so we'll start in one direction, so let's go clockwise. So as we inhale through the back circle, exhale as we come forward, inhaling and exhaling. And it's okay if you don't get it totally in sync or totally right? We're just here to connect breath and motion I think it's more important that you just continue breathing rather than you're inhaling at a certain point or exhaling at a certain point. The point is to breathe, to continue to breathe, whatever that might look like. We just want to make sure we're getting nice deep breaths into the belly. As we roll through this, we want to make sure our legs are relaxed. And then just feel free to bend through the elbows. Feel free to get into this as much as you would like, as comfortable as you might be with it, right? We take ourselves so seriously in life, and that's okay, but it's also okay to be silly, to be fun, to have fun. So just enjoy this moment. And then as we come forward, let's pause and reverse the circling in the opposite direction. Good job. Breathing, inhaling, exhaling. The breath is so vital. It is so important in our yoga practice, in life, period. Right? The breath is the prana, it is the life force, it is the energy. If you ever notice yourself getting stressed out at work or stressed out in life, I want you to take a moment in that moment of tension and stress and ask yourself, where's my breath? Right? Am I breathing deeply or not? Right? We tend to stop breathing when we are upset. We tend to hold the breath. We tend to breathe very shallow into our, chest instead of deep into the belly. And, part of what we do when we come onto this mat, part of that work is to learn to control the breath, learn to control our minds. And it's almost in a sense of letting go of that idea of control that we find control. Excellent. As we come forward here, we're going to pause and sit back up to neutral. Excellent. Okay, excellent with the Sufi circles, and let's come into a spinal twist. So, let's move our folded blanket so it's in the middle of our mat, and come to sit. I guess we could start on the left side first today. So we're going to come to sit sort of in this beautiful mermaid pose with our knees sort of stacked, and we're sitting on our left hip. We want to turn our bolster so that it is vertical up against our folded blanket, like so. And then we're going to turn to face our bolster, so sort of a gentle twisting here. And then we're going to walk the hands up the bolster, bringing the arms on either side of the bolster. Now, to start with, you can bring your left ear to the bolster. If this feels good, then stay here. If you're looking for something a little deeper or a little different, that's fine. What I would suggest to do next is to simply slide the right leg out so that the right knee, it butts against the left sole of the foot. So it kind of meets the left sole of the foot instead of being stacked like so. So you'll just slide it down like this, kind of creating a little windmill with the legs here. And the palms rest on the mat. Now, if you're still looking for something a little extra, or you just want to try and see if you can go a little deeper into the pose, that's fine. What you would do next is inhale, lift the left ear from the bolster, and then exhale, bringing the right ear to the bolster. Now, if you're getting any feedback, any tension, any, any feedback of negativity from your body, please listen to your body, honor your body, and respect that boundary that your body is setting, and dial it back one step, okay? Let's settle in, get comfortable in this spinal twist, wherever you may be. Just relax, close the eyes. and just enjoy this moment. If your right ear is to the bolster, simply turn to bring your left ear to the bolster. Slide the right knee to stack it on top of the left knee. Take a breath. Pressing into the palms. Lift the torso from the bolster and come back up. Excellent. Now let's turn to the other side. So simply turning the body, coming to sit on the right hip, stacking the left knee on top of the right knee here. Sitting close to that bolster. And let's turn the body to square it off with the bolster. Take a deep breath in. As we exhale, let's walk the hands up the bolster. To start with, let's bring the right ear to the bolster. If you made the windmill design with the legs on the other side, I invite you to try it on this side. But of course, if you're getting any negative feedback from the body, please honor and respect that boundary that your body is setting. So slide the left knee to rest against the sole of the right foot here. And again, just to try first to mirror what we did on the other side. So if you had your right ear to the bolster earlier, then simply try to turn and bring the left ear to the bolster here. However, as I said, if you're getting any feedback from your body any negative feedback, any pain, any discomfort, then honor that boundary and dial it back. Settling in here, wherever you may be, is perfectly fine. It's where you are today. Just relax. Close the eyes. Noticing the breath here in this twist. If your left ear is to the bolster, please turn to bring the right ear to the bolster. Slide the left leg and stack the left knee on top of the right. Pressing into the palms, slowly lift the torso from the bolster until you come back into an upright posture. Excellent. All right, next, let's do legs up the wall. So we will remove our bolster to the side for now. Let us grab our folded blanket and put it up against the wall. And then you can come to sit. You're going to come to sit with either your left arm against the wall or your right arm. And you're going to sit on top of the blanket with your left arm or your right arm against the wall, like so. And you don't have to be super close to the wall. You could be a couple inches away from the wall. And place your palm, so the hand that isn't up against the wall, place that palm on the mat. We're gonna inhale, sit up nice and tall. As we exhale, we're gonna slide our palm up the mat, and that as we lower our torso. And then we're just gonna kind of shimmy and wiggle the body. And from here, you want to check to see where you are, right? And see what's to your comfort level. So right now I'm a few inches away from the wall. Probably like, I'm about that far, maybe 6 inches away from the wall. Now, if you are there as well, you might want to just try straightening the legs, right? So flexing those feet, resting the heel of the foot against the wall, and see how that feels, right? This might feel like just the right amount of stretch in the hamstring for you. And if it is, great, then stay here. However, if you're curious and if you want to try to see how much closer you can bring your legs to the wall, then the way to do that would be to bend the knees, pressing the soles of the feet into the wall. And then I like to use my hands to just sort of like help push the torso closer. And you'll press into the wall with your feet, lift the tailbone as you inch your way closer to that wall. Okay? Now my sit bones are up against the wall. I'm going to straighten my legs here, but I'm going to keep a soft bend in my knee because I don't want to lock my knees here. And again, I'm going to kind of flex my feet. So imagine you have like a bag of rice sitting on your feet. If you have a bag of rice, you could put one on your feet here. So whatever you have handy, whatever works for you today. Bring the arms out to the sides. Palms face up. Tuck the chin in slightly. And here we are in legs at the wall. This is supposed to be an excellent posture if you suffer from headaches or migraines. It's supposed to help alleviate those symptoms. So feel free to try it. It's also excellent in the simple fact that it is an inversion. So we have right now all the blood sort of coming and pooling in the torso, in the heart, replenishing these vital organs with some extra nutrients, extra blood as we rest in this inversion here, right? Because our feet are above our heart. So feel free to settle in, close your eyes, relax. everyone for that little crash. All right, it's okay. It's okay. Push it down. You're okay. Push it down. You're okay. Push it down. All right. Bend at the knees so that the soles of the feet press into the wall. Hug the knees in and roll over to the right or left side. And then press and come to sit up. Excellent. Hi, Boogie. Come here, sit down. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. Okay. Excellent, excellent. From here, let's grab our folded blanket and place it in the middle of our mat thereabouts. Grab our bolster and place it in front of our folded blanket in a vertical orientation like so. And then come to sit on top of the folded blanket, bringing the knees on either side of the bolster, creating a beautiful V shape with the legs, and the tops of the feet are resting on the blanket here. So we're kind of sitting on our heels, if you will. Okay. We're going to come into a supported child's pose. So inhale, lifting, the spine is tall, tuck the chin in slightly. Exhale, walk the hands up the bolster, bringing the palms on either side of the bolster, and feel free to bring either the right ear to the bolster or the left ear, whatever feels comfortable here today. And relax in this supported child's pose. This can be an excellent alternative posture if Shavasana is too emotional or too overwhelming, particularly if you've had a lot of stress or tension in your life. Laying on your back with your heart chakra exposed might feel too vulnerable for you. So feel free to use this as an alternative whenever you need to. That's what it's here for. And as we lay here in this supported child's pose, bring an awareness to the back of the body, to the tailbone. As you inhale the light and love through the tailbone, up the spine, to the crown of the head. Exhale, releasing any tension, any stickiness, any stuck energy down the spine and out the tailbone. And then also notice and bring an awareness to the breath here. Right, laying on this bolster may constrict the usual flow of the breath, the usual expansion of the belly. But I challenge you to see if you can find other directions for the belly or for the breath to expand into. And just close your eyes, settle in here, staying connected to the breath. Inhaling, exhaling. wherever you might be. It's time to come back. Bring the palms into the mat. Press into the palms and lift the torso from the bolster so that you come to sit on the back of the heels once more. Excellent. Now let's prepare for our final posture, for our Shavasana. So, bringing the blanket to the top of the mat, bringing the bolster to the middle of the mat. Just as we did, we are going to swing the legs on top of the bolster, bringing the heels to the mat, and come to lay on the mat with your head resting on the folded blanket. Okay. Inhale, reach the palms up and overhead. Point the toes. Exhale, bend the knees to the chest, round the spine. Maybe even bring the forehead up to the knees. Release the head and rock the body gently side to side here as you hold on to the shins. Massaging the kidneys, the lower back, the adrenals. Circle the knees in one direction. And then circling the knees in the opposite direction. Excellent. And then release the legs so that the knees rest on the bolster. Tuck the chin in slightly. Open the arms out to the sides with the palms facing up. Close the eyes. Relax the feet, relax the legs, the toes splay out to the corners of the mat, relaxing through the torso, the lower back, the chest, the shoulder blades, relaxing the arms and the fingers and the palms, relaxing the neck and the throat, relaxing through the face, all the facial muscles, relax. Relax the jaw, maybe the lips part slightly, pressing the tongue to the roof of the mouth, relaxing the crown of the head, the eyebrows, just relaxing from the top of your head to your toes. And we will stay here in this Shavasana for 5 minutes. I will keep track of the time and I will let you know. I will read some poetry for you as we stay in this moment, in this Shavasana. The world undid me for so many reasons, mostly the truth, because the truth hurts us badly. Once upon a time, fairy tales were as real as the magic of sunlight seeping through windows. And then you grow a little more, and suddenly the world is difficult. more difficult, more complex, untrusting. There are so many days I am misunderstood. Isn't this the kind of thing that can ruin you? The never-ending loneliness, the want to turn and run, but always staying still. They tell us all the time, it's never enough. You are a ghost of the people you never become. Wasted, unwanted potential. And yet, they do not account for the real magic. The person who walks into a room and says, I will steal stars for you. And of course, you know they won't. Because nobody can steal stars. But just that thought, someone out there would want to steal stars for me. It gives you back all your reasons. If the dandelions can release their delicate seeds into the wind and far beyond, settling across barren fields and growing to create color, then I too can dance through life with all the grace I have to always be better. If you want to stay here in your Shavasana for a little longer, feel free to do so. But if you're ready, whenever you are ready, take a deep breath in, open the mouth and sigh. Bring the soles of the feet on top of the bolster and hug the knees to the chest, placing the hands on the shins. Roll either to the left or to the right side, coming into a fetal position, keeping the eyes closed. Take a deep breath in and out. When you're ready, press into your hands and come to sit in a Sukhasana easy posture. try and see if you can keep your eyes closed just a little longer. Soft smile. Sitting up nice and tall, tuck the chin in slightly, crown of the head rises. Inhale, make a big circle with the arms, palms touch overhead. Exhale, drawing the palms down the midline to come and rest against the sternum at the heart chakra. Fluttering the eyes open. Welcome back, my friends. I want to thank you so much for joining me for this practice today. And let's close our practice with an Om. So take a deep breath in to the belly. I hope you enjoyed this practice today. I want to thank you for taking the time to join me for this practice. Until we meet again, my friends, namaste.